The election is over. The votes have been counted and in some cases recounted more than once, and the tallies have been certified by the state leaders from both parties. By the math, this election wasn't even close, and many in the public and the press have moved on. But there's a glaring exception. It seems as if Pumpkin Tits and much of his team never got the memo. Indeed, if you tracked Pumpkin Tits' Twitter feed or checked out the squatter's false statements at his Georgia Klan rally that happened this last Saturday about the election being stolen from him, you would correctly assume that the White House and a large portion of the electorate are inhabiting an alternate reality. Unfortunately, this isn't a game. A false flag operation or an unruly child's tantrum better ignored than legitimized. There is a massive, albeit chaotic operation underway to deepen and expand Pumpkin Tits' long-standing assaults on the norms, tradition laws, and guardrails of our the traditions, laws, and guardrails of our system of government and politics. The Orange Fuckweasel's ongoing claims are a twisted mixtape of fabrications and falsehoods, and his personal lawyer, Rudy Colludi, appeared to double down on his approach in surreal appearances last week before the Michigan and Arizona legislators. Both the Michigan House and the Arizona legislature have since had to limit operations because of fears that members were exposed to COVID-19 after Colludi tested positive for the virus and was hospitalized this last Sunday. All that was complemented by a litigation frenzy, with new filings in courts across the country by Pumpkin Tits and his allies, including Sidney Powell, a dumb cunt complete with claims that would be rejected if they were advanced in the fiction writing contest as simply too implausible. And several of those cases have since been tossed with more sure to follow after that. So why do we even give a fuck? As the national director, the outside counsel, and an advisory board member of the Voter Protection Council (BPP), a national bipartisan organization focused on election protection, we want to be clear: none of this will change the outcome of the election. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be inaugurated on January 20th, no matter what the inbreeding rednecks that bounce up and down on Donald Dick say. Nonetheless, Pumpkin Tits' ongoing attacks on the American election pose a serious threat, and the risk goes beyond the immediate harm of trying to hijack the clear will of the voters, and these dangerous ideas will carry forward and outlive the life of the Pumpkin Tits squadancy. If we learned anything over the past 4 years, it's that although we shouldn't always take the Orange Flag Weasel seriously, I mean literally, we should take him seriously. In the short run, he simply wants to be able to cast aspirations, however bogus the claims are. Pumpkin Tits is on president elections, Biden's slate of electors, and alarm bells should go off when you learn that a substantial number of Americans seem to agree, according to a public opinion polling that comports with our own surveys at BPP. We can't let this immediate confusion settle in as lived experience for a large number of our fellow citizens. Next, the Orange Fuck Weasel has made no secret about his medium team aspirations. To basically kick up a fuss when Congress meets on January 6th to formally finalize the election results. His goal appears unchanged: maintain pumpkintism and its web of conspiracy theories as a movement with him and his family as its head, into a fierce and potential force in 2022, 2024, and beyond. Hopefully he'll die before then. But don't think for a second that isn't a serious risk. Simply wishing Democratic movements into the fringes. He has had some notable failures, and many of actually not just notable, but he's got plenty of failures. The good news is that on the first front of Pumpkin Tits' short-term aspiration to sow the seeds of doubt, there are governors, attorney generals, and private litigants fighting back into court and winning with an overwhelming record of success. Even when it feels like the headlines have moved on, they're still fighting for electoral sanity, and the hell from both parties doing everything possible to defend the election's integrity and the will of the American people. On the medium term front, we've been encouraged by the GOP acknowledgments in Congress of Biden's win that we've seen from the likes of Mitt Romney, Liz Cheney, and Ben Sasse, Pat Toomey, and others. Even the squatters' most loyal supporters are starting to wake up and smell the coffee, including most recently and notably the Attorney General Fat Fuck Barr. That augurs well for January 6th. In 2016, members of the House who wanted to challenge the certification of Pumpkin Tits' election couldn't find a single senator of either party to join them, but we do hope that there will be a similar reaction among Republicans in Congress this year, which would make our founding fathers proud. On the long-term front, we at the BPP, like so many others, understand the vital need to embrace and empower bipartisan voices in a lasting and strategic way. This isn't just about today, tomorrow, or next month. We need a healthy two-party system for America to thrive on. And without this shared commitment to tangible facts, reality, and American values, the system will simply cease to function, and we are committed to joining with millions of others in keeping our eye on the ball and doing everything in our power to restore a thriving democracy. We must bring the same intensity to batting down Pumpkin Tits' lies going forward as we did during the election season, and match that with advancing a positive vision of our electoral system as the crown jewel of the American democracy. The orange fuck weasel is not giving up on his unmoored version of electoral unreality, and we can't give up either. So if you liked the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, Rambam Mike, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and thanks for listening.